Duty do, don't do it that way. Interesting.
Today we got arrested. Right? Attempted homicide. Whatever.
Not a jury in the world would convict her either.
Panel question again.
Panel question.
And this really to all of you. I mean, jump in and we'll start this way if need be. Knowing what you guys know about your life, whether on this side of the law, your side of the law.
Well, they're now on this side.
Well, yeah, but what they knew in the past.
Okay.
If we could jump in Doc Brown's DeLorean and go back 30 years, what would you say to your younger self? Who wants to start?
I'd say keep going.
Yeah?
Keep doing what I was doing.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Wouldn't change anything. Okay?
Nothing.
Craig?
Does that apply to me?
Sure.
Are we talking about the same?
Whatever.
What was the question? I got so enthralled with what he was saying, I forgot
If
the
you could
question.
jump in Doc Brown's DeLorean and go back 20,
Who's
30
Doc
years.
Brown?
See, I knew that was going to
We knew.
Hey, I'm too young.
Yeah, right. What would you say to your younger self 30 years ago,
Oh,
knowing what you know now?
get a more stable profession for sure. Absolutely. One that I could actually make some real money at.
Ah,
Not play money.
gotcha. Henry?
I'm talking to the kids out there, stay in school, get out of it, if you're in a gang, get the hell out of the gang. Don't, don't follow my footsteps, please. I mean, it looks, if you think it looks cool, it's not fucking cool. You don't want to end up dead or in prison for the rest of your life. Just, get an education, stay in school, which,
Or if you do become a government informant. So you can get a life like Henry, they'll make a book about you, make a movie, and you retire on an island in the Caribbean somewhere.
Peaches and cream.
Yeah, right?
Peaches and
Perfect,
cream.
yeah.
Peaches
Look
and
at the
cream.
suite you got over here.
Wonderful, marvelous.
This is a life. Come on, don't tell them that. Kids,
What do you mean, don't
follow
follow
in his footsteps because let me tell you,
Don't
it's
be
a
an
great
asshole,
life.
come on. No,
Come on, I'm joking, it's a joke, of
There's
course.
kids out there that are
course,
fucking
I know,
stuck
I
in
know.
gangs, and you can't get out of those gangs.
No,
Come on, I mean, Craig,
It's a joke,
what
it's a
I
joke.
know it's a joke, but it ain't no joke for those kids.
well, they
You know what I
should be
mean?
smart. That's why they're in the gang because they're not smart enough to figure out this is a joke. They, come
I
on.
mean,
If they're that stupid, they belong in the gang. They
no,
belong
they
in jail,
don't.
and
No,
they
they
belong.
don't. No, they don't.
Actually, you know what?
You
Henry,
guys
you bring up a great point here, and that's what we were going to talk about a little bit later. Mafia or mob activity is not as prominent today in the news as much as gangs and gang-related activity and the drug cartels and all of that. Is that today's mafia?
I don't know, I mean,
No, that's not
you know.
today's mafia, just,
No.
it's just a mindset, in certain areas throughout the country, they grow up with the gang mentality, it's accepted behavior from where they grow up, like organized crime is accepted where we were. And they just, I can't speak for all the kids out there, but most of them come from homes, either broken homes or homes where the supervision is very low. They gravitate towards their friends, they get accepted from their friends. They adopt these people as their new family, and then they get associated with these people and they start doing bad things, and that's what happens.
we watch a lot of, on A&E, they have a show called Gangland. And every one of the ones that I've seen, Phillips, the Gangland has used the model of organized crime, of the organized crime that we're talking about tonight, to build their organization. And some of these gangs of today are so powerful that they have to rival the organized crime that was back, 10, 20, 30 years ago. And it's as scary to the people of today as it was back then.
Well, basically it's because, like even organized crime family, all we were is a sophisticated gang. That's all it comes down to, is that we were a little bit more disciplined.
We were terrorists.
Yeah,
So,
We were
but the
fucking
gangs
terrorists.
today.
Bottom line.
Right. Right on.
I mean,
Right
seriously, we were terrorists.
In,
I mean, honestly.
in-country terrorists.
Yeah, but the gangs today are going randomly. You know, guys they go randomly,
No.
kill people just for a
No, I'm
rep
just
or
saying
whatever.
the mindset, we were basically just a more sophisticated gang where we had more rules, more control, you know, how can I say it? Different fiber, but still it was a gang. It was a gang.
Yeah, but I think they're more,
Different values.
aren't they more ruthless now? I mean,
Yeah, because you know what?
they're like, they
Violence,
have no respect.
they
no
come
fear
from
for
an
nothing,
area
for
where
nothing.
violence is the only thing that people respect. They're not gonna respect what you say, they're gonna respect what you can do. Because where they come from, what you could do means more than what you could say.
I think what's scary these days for law enforcement and dentists, you know, both dentists that come out of law enforcement, would it not be fair to say that the scariest thing is the numbers that they have to go against now for law enforcement? Because some of these gangs have, you know, I mean, thousands and
They have
thousands of
tentacles
members
all over the United States.
all over the
I mean,
country.
the Bloods, the Crips, you know, I'm just talking about a couple of segments of gangs, you know, from LA. And they're here in LA, I mean, they're here in Vegas.
They're
I mean,
everywhere. It presents, is it presenting to law enforcement the same type of problem, or is it a different type of problem that has to be handled the same way?
The FBI has such squads, and so does the locals have squads, and, you know, gang squads for each ethnic, I mean, the Russians, the Mexicans, the Albanians, and the blah, 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 the Italians.
I'd like to ask a question about that. Now, you take, today, you can read in the newspaper, here on the TV news, all too frequently, that some gangbangers knocked over a convenience store gas station. In some cases, they kill a couple of people, the clerk and a customer or something, and they get away with $20. I mean, $20, you came by a carton of cigarettes today at $20. I'm just thinking, would the crews you guys were involved in, would the burial crews have killed a couple of people for $20 bills?
No, not at
I think not, Denny.
Not at all.
I mean, you know,
I mean,
no, we went into insurance companies, I mean, you know, we walked every airline that comes to this country and was a part of this.
But you guys went after big money. I mean,
Of course, I mean,
yeah, you
you
didn't
know,
just go
there
kill
was a
people.
movie I seen when I was a kid with James Cagney, Never Steal Anything Small. I think that was one of his lines in the movie. I don't know if anybody knows who James Cagney was.
Oh, I do. Absolutely.
The old time.
He was one of the great little gangsters of all times.
Exactly, you know, and, you know, and,
Right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And of course, he knew Dewey.
James Cagney, George Raft, I mean, those were the guys that,
Edward G.
Yeah.
Robinson.
exactly. I mean,
Those are
those were the
great
guys that I
guys.
watched
Yeah,
as a kid,
absolutely.
you know.
They're not mentioned much anymore today because people forget the history on those guys.
I mean, that
Absolutely.
was some good gangster movies.
Yeah, those, you know.
Hey,
those-
Mom, look at me now, I'm on
That's
top
it,
of the
on
world.
top of the world. That's right. That's right.
Get out of my face, screw, I'll spit in your ass.
George Raft. Are you kidding me with the spats with the white shoes? Great stuff.
You were Public Enemy #1?
That's right. Cagney.
Tremendous movie.
Yeah. Isn't that the one where he stands on the top of the building?
Yeah, hey, Mom, look at me.
On top of the world?
So his mother down in the wheelchair down the stairs.
Classic moment, white heat.
White heat, yeah.
When the guy's in the trunk of the car, the guy says, "Let me out, Cody, I need some air. You want some air? I'll give you some air." He starts throwing the holes in the trunk. That was classic.
He got a whole different kind of air there, didn't he? So your question, to come around to you, Andrew. Same question, if you could go back 30 years to your younger self. what would
30
you
years
say?
to my younger self, I said, listen, don't go out tomorrow, you're gonna get locked up. Spend a weekend at home, come out on Monday. No, but basically, I would definitely, knowing what I know now, I would definitely sit my dumb ass down and, read myself the riot act and, walk me through it step by step. And of course, what happens is, see, the bad part about it is that even if you're going back in time to try to change something, most of the time you have to go, how they say, the trial by fire.
Mhm.
You have to experience the burn before you realize, that you made a mistake. And I was one of those kids. I thought I was a part of something greater. And I would have had to walk through the fire to really feel it, like I did. I took the bumps and the bruises, and I realized that I was throwing my life away. And but I would try to speak to me in better terms, knowing what I know now for sure. You know, and I think kids who look at me when I try to speak to them, they can respect it because I've been through it. But still, a lot of those kids, they don't believe it. Like, they always think they're going to be the exception. I thought I was going to be the exception, you know? So they look at you and, like, they respect you because they know you've been through it. But some of those kids really, they still need to, you know, you ever see that commercial with the Butterfinger? Bart Simpson, he keeps grabbing it, ow, 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 ow. You know, until he learns the lesson, that's what's going to happen to some of these kids. They need to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
When I had the opportunity to attend the first library session,